fear of the water. Everybody's good? Okay.
Some ancient call that I've answered before. It lives in my walls. Whoa. And it's under the floor. If this was meant for me, why does it hurt so much? And if you're not made for me, why did we fall in love? And knock at my door.
I can tell you already, I really love this. I really love this. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this one.
I thought I was alone, unaware of what I thought I needed. I dropped like a stone. If I'm not mistaken, then I was the last to know. And if you return for me, I'd never want for more. You're dislocated, don't be like that. And you smile when you dive in, like you're never coming back. So hold my body, yeah, hold my breath. See your face when I black out, I'm never coming back.
Are they gonna end on the same opening shot? Wait. Yo, let me give some credit to the director Keith Rivers here and the movement artists Uma Shannon and Isaac Williams. Wow. Not to say everybody else on this list wasn't spectacular. The visual effects by the Yuzuki. The editor, Keith Rivers. Oh boy, you guys. Wow. Oh, thank you, Rondo. The moodier solo venture of Barcelona frontman and Seattle native Brian Fennell. Fennell performs under the solo projects SYML, Welsh for simple, and pronounced SYML. Inspired by his own personal heritage from his biological parents, who are Welsh. His experience grappling with his adoption and heritage are influences in his songwriting. Wow, Rondo, thank you for that context. This was brilliant. Oh, it was brilliant. Let me tell you why I have such a connection to, I'll just say, interpretive dance. Now, I'm not a dancer. I'm not a movement artist, if you will. Like, I know enough to get by. And I have such an incredible respect, specifically, like in all types of dance. It doesn't matter if it's anything from like strict ballet, classical, to krump. Like, the spectrum is enormous, right? And if there's interpretation in most types of dance, there's ways of expression, even within very strict technique. But for me, when it comes to absolute interpretive dance, freestyle, free flow movement, for some people, that's the only way they can express themselves. And it comes out in their movements. And for someone like me, that's a really massive empath, I got a lot of respect for that. I connect with that. And I think it's fascinating. So to see a video like this, one, I think this is a great visual example of things that we've talked about in the past, which is you don't need a massive budget to create a very emotional piece of art. Now, they use some visual effects, which are not cheap, but they were really smart about how they did them. Let me give you an example. Like, the main character in this are the two movement artists, Uma and Isaac. Hands down, they're the stars of this show.
It lives in my walls.
Now look at this effect right here on the wall. It's quick, it's simple, the camera is static, which makes a huge difference in how long this takes to make. But watch how short it is.
It lives in my walls. And it's
That's it. That shot, very simple, but it's enough to make you go, oh, what was that? Will there be more of that? Well, yes, there will.
under the floor. If this was meant for me, why?
And I gotta say, this video, like, if I heard the song, I think the song is beautiful. I really do. I don't know, and I'm honest with you. I'm not being polite when I say I don't know if I would put this song on my playlist. I think it would get my attention, but I don't know if it would grab me enough to make me add it to a playlist, right? But this video was enough to push me over the edge, and I would add this to my playlist. That's a good video. That makes the person connect with the art.
Does it hurt so much?
Oh,
And if you're not made for me, why did we fall in love?
again, static camera. The effects are there, and they're blended so perfectly with this scene. Now, here's an interesting point. You notice, if I go back frame by frame, you'll notice this jump in the camera. Right there. This is very clearly two different takes. Okay? Look at his arm position. Okay? One of two things happened. There was some kind of hiccup with the graphic, and the editor had to like find a way to splice it to make it work because we needed the artists, I'll just say the dancers because I don't want to mix you up. We needed the dancers' arms to come back to this point of reference down. Maybe that's part of it, but I feel like they kind of save it because then we have these two skips of the video to kind of cover up that last skip. There's the skip. Now watch. Right there. Pop, pop. Now, it goes with the song perfectly, so it may have been intentional all along, but they also reference it later to kind of make it seem so that wasn't so strange, if that makes sense. Whether it's intentional or not, it's so perfectly done. Oh, I love this. And then later, oh, look at this. The reflection in the floor. Nicely done. Nicely. It's tiny details. And here's another tiny detail for you. Rondo mentioned specifically a lot of the songwriting from this artist, SYML, references him coping with his adoption and his heritage. This could be a coincidence, but I would be surprised if it is. This movement artist, Isaac, is wearing a bracelet that we see later a lot closer. Where is it? I think it's here. Now it's a bit blurry, but we see this bracelet. This is a memorial bracelet, okay? And maybe the truth is that he just refuses to take it off. That could absolutely be a possibility. But a memorial bracelet will have somebody's information of somebody that this person has lost or wants to reference or remember in some way. So to have the person's name and their date of birth and their date of passing. So this could be a tie-in to that, and even if it's not, I mean, I think it's still a nice touch because it still works. It doesn't take me out of it. And if it wasn't part of the initial plan for the video, it still works.
Knock at my door. I thought
the smoke.
was alone.
Oh, it's good. And then we start to reverse the movements. It's a whole change that it alters the pacing of the video and makes you pay attention. And I feel like there's so much flexibility here for interpretation that anybody could be right. And I love that. I love that so much.
Don't be like that.
And whoever it was in the chat that said, this felt kind of similar to Damien Rice, I kind of agree with that. I remember a song that Damien did a long time ago, maybe 96, 97. I think it was called Deep Enough to Dream. Is that right? Damien Rice? No, that was Chris Rice. Okay, sorry about that. So I was thinking of something else. That's Damien Rice. Oh wait, Damien Rice. Is that the blower's daughter? Is that right? I think that sounds right. Blower's daughter. Yeah, I could absolutely hear that. And the last thing I'll point out to this, which I think is just fabulous. You don't get a lot of fabulous out of me. You think you would, but you don't. When we move to these woods shots, oh yeah, this is such a textured series of moments here. We go from the coldness of this room out into this open, liberating scene where now I want you to feel, instead of feeling the coldness of the brick and the floor and the air, I want you to feel the freshness and the life that is these next couple scenes. Right there. And that's specific. I'm showing you the touch. You can feel this.
Knock at my door. I thought I was alone. Unaware of what I thought
right there. Again, grabbing, feeling that. You can feel that. It's very textured. It's very visceral. This was fabulous. I don't know who requested this, but well done. I really, really loved this. Yeah. Fear of the Water by SYML. I hope I got that right. If it didn't, let me know. Fix me.